tell you, I am pretty ready to go back home to New York. It's like, not only is it that like I miss, you know, my things and routines and my foods and all of that, but I also miss just like being in my own home, you know, like I know I'm staying with family and that's very, very nice for like a week or two, but when you're pushing week 3, it's like, damn, I really just can't wait to just be in my own home. That being said, it's been a lovely vacation. Christmas time was beautiful and I got to spend New Year's Eve with my husband, which I didn't get to do last year because I was here and he was not. But so he visited Finland also for like around 9 or 10 days. I think he was here, and that was the first time he's been here and the first time he's met like my entire family and all of that. So it was really, really fun and really, really busy. Yeah, so I miss him, I miss our cats, I miss my life, but that's the beauty of being on an extended vacation, you know what I mean? Like, you are just very motivated to get back on track with things. Tomorrow is Monday and my first day back at work. I will be working on Eastern time zone, so for me here, since I'm 7 hours ahead, it'll be like a night shift-ish. I'll work from like 3 p.m. to midnight-ish. But I was thinking I would do like a little week in the life, Finland edition. Show you guys what I eat, workouts at my home gym that I always go to when I'm visiting Finland, and just show you just Finland things. This is what I'm currently looking at. So it's very, very snowy. It has been snowing for like 24 hours and it's gonna keep snowing for a few days. So that's nice. I'm wearing my new sweater. I got this from H&M. It was on sale and I thought it was a little fun with like some sort of, what do you call this? Like fringe action. Like recap of what's happened since last time I had a vlog. I got my period back in December, I want to say, so that's lovely. My body is slowly adjusting to just normal life and increased foods and more fat. Over Christmas I took a long hiatus from like everything. It was like I barely checked Instagram other than like uploading stories. I didn't do any check-ins, I didn't do any tracking, I didn't do like any of my normal everyday things. It was like a true vacay. So that was pretty nice and like a nice reset. I've barely looked in a mirror during this vacay, so I am a little anxious to do my check-ins tomorrow. I'm just gonna do them here. I don't have my heels or my posing suit or anything like that, so it'll be probably a pretty shitty check-in, but at least like get a sort of baseline of where we're at in terms of like weight gain or loss or whatever. I'm gonna assume it's a weight gain because there was a lot of like sweets and Christmas foods and all of that during the holidays, so That is what I anticipate anyway. What has stayed consistent is training. I have been hitting legs 3 times a week this entire vacay, I would say. I think, I'm pretty sure. And today is a rest day. So all I have to focus on today is work. Getting back into the swing of things. Now I'm going to make my breakfast. And like I mentioned, I've been like intuitively eating here. Ooh, that is a bright light. I'll show you what I've been eating a lot of. It's this. This is from a brand called Tyngre, which is a Swedish like supplement company. So this is like cinnamon vanilla protein oatmeal. So I've been having a lot of this. I'll make bigger salads and like chicken, lean beef, things like that. So fairly standard stuff that I usually eat. I just haven't been tracking. So like I measure everything. Some days it's more, some days it's less. Other than like around the holiday type things, I have been quite aware of what I'm eating and like making sure I get enough protein in and stuff like that. So, but I'll show you guys kind of what I eat in a day. Something else that I've been eating a lot of while I've been here is kvari, which is like, it's like Greek yogurt kind of, but it's not. It exists here in Finland and in Sweden as well, and I used to eat this a lot. It's dairy, so you know, not the best, but when in Rome. And dairy here in this nation is just lovely. So that's my story. I'm gonna whip up some breakfast now. I'm gonna watch Gilmore Girls and enjoy life a little bit. I'm also gonna do some stretching, just get my body moving a little bit. So this is the finished product. We've got protein oats, and these little berries are called like gooseberries, I think, in English. Not totally sure if they exist in the US. I've never seen them there. But they are very yummy, like sour-ish berries, and they mesh really well with like sweet oats. And of course I traveled with my gallon jug, so water intake has been quite consistent. I also posted a little like question box on my Instagram a few days back where I asked if there were like any questions that I could cover on here on the YouTube. So I thought I would go over those now. One of them is, what's a typical day for you in New York City look like? And I will of course be doing a full day in the life sort of thing when I get back. Show you guys, you know, working, lifting and eating and all of that good stuff when I get back into my routine. I think I'm also gonna sign up at a new gym in the new year and stuff like that, so I will get back to you on that. And then another question is, do you have any competition plans for 2023? At this very moment, I do not. I believe 2023 will be a year of building for me. I need a lot more size on my glutes, and I also want to focus on getting fully healthy. You guys know I've been talking about doing GI mapping for a while. That will happen when I get back. I'll do like a GI mapping, see what's wrong with my stomach, my digestion, and just get all of my ducks in a row on a health level of things. Hormones are still, you know, a work in progress, but they are getting better. But just like get everything up and running 100%, make sure I'm good to go, healthy for a new diet, because my last diet was very challenging even from the start, because I had like issues losing weight even like early on in the prep season last year. So just want to make sure that my next prep season is more fluid and goes more smoothly than this last one. With the GI mapping results, my coach will give me like a gut protocol, which also will include, very likely include, a dietary change and like
making sure I eat correctly. With that, I anticipate some sort of physical changes as well in terms of body recomposition and things of that nature. Long story short, no competition plans for 2023, unfortunately. I wish I was competing in 23, but I need to grow and I need to be healthy. So that's the journey we will embark upon in the new year. Another question is how to do your own blowout. Mine still ends up straight. I posted a video on how I style my hair using the Dyson Airwrap. It's the only thing I use for styling my hair. It is the only thing that has worked for me like ever. The curls last in my hair for quite some time, which is very, very nice. I style it from wet to dry, which you can't really do with a normal curling iron because that would be awful. But yes, so I use a Dyson Airwrap. I style it from wet to dry, or damp to dry, I guess. That's the short story. Vad tyckte din man om Finland? So what did your husband think of Finland? He had a few like things that he thought was like different and cool. One being that Finland is very green in terms of like environment green, like a lot of focus on the environment here, which I agree with. Second one is it's very family friendly. Like playgrounds in the mall and like solutions for parents everywhere, and there's a lot of like families here, young and old and everything in between. Also thought that Finns are friendlier than you would think, or than you would have heard. The stereotypical Finn is like grumpy and not very friendly, but he thought they were friendly. In terms of like contrasts from New York City to here, there's obviously a lot. Not a lot of people here, and not a lot of like buildings or like city life. Even in the cities, it's not like on the level of New York, of course. So that was a big contrast as well. But all in all, he liked it. Another question is goals for 2023 in life, at work, personal growth, etc. I have a lot of goals. I've written them down somewhere, but I want to focus on, and what I will also, of course, just take you guys along with me on these journeys throughout the year is, like I mentioned, I want to get healthy. I want to grow quality muscle and stay very consistent with recovery and stuff like that. Like for example, I want to be able to do the splits again, do more like ice baths and stuff. And the gym I mentioned that I was gonna sign up at, they have like one of those buckets that you can jump into, like an ice bucket. Focus heavily on growth and health this year in terms of physical goals. Professional goals I also have. I don't know if they are of interest to you guys, but I do have them. I really want this year to be the year when we get a dog. I want to be more financially responsible. At the start of the year, I wrote down my intention for the year being the word growth. Like if I could just pick one word that will be this year, is growth. So like growth financially, growth in relationships, physical growth in terms of muscle, growth within my profession and stuff like that. So that is the long and short of it all. And of course, the pickle is on another level in this country. So I've been binging pickles this entire trip. So I am out on a wee little walk right now. As you can tell, it's snowing a lot. But like getting steps in organically here is so
difficult compared to New York. Like, I average 2K steps a day if I don't do anything about it. So I'm just gonna go for a little walk. Not far, nothing crazy. Just like get a little more steps. So, and not fall over and die. So this is your average Finnish road. Quite unicolor and snowy. That went okay. It was like a 15-minute walk or something. Nothing to hang in the Christmas tree, so to speak. 15 minutes of steps is better than no minutes of steps. It's just so hard to walk too when the roads are icy and the snow is still trickling down, but I did my best. So we've done vacuums, mobility, and a little bit of a walk. It's now like 12:15. I am going to make some more coffee. I'm actually going to read. Yes, have coffee and read. I've binged 2 books by a very local author. She's like actually from my hometown, home village, whatever. She has written 2 books and it's like the talk of the town. And so I finally got to read them, both of them, and they were so good. She releases a 3rd one like a week after I leave, so that's kind of sad. I'll have to see if I can special order it somehow. But yeah, so I've finished those in like 2 days or 3 days. So now I am reading another Swedish book that my cousin recommended to me. This one. So that's the plan. I'm also gonna fill up my jug because I have now gulped down half a gallon. So another half gallon to go for today. So I'm probably pretty good with water intake today. I am now making my lunch and dinner, so I'll have half of it now for dinner and half of it for lunch and half of it for dinner. But I'm just putting everything in the same bowl. So this is my salad base. I've got some sprouts, avocado, melon, tomato, lettuce, spinach, and some feta cubes in here. And then I'm just gonna put my chicken on top of it once it's ready. Kind of mix it all together so that's a nice source of fats, proteins, and a bit of carbs. And then I'm gonna season it with my favorite spice in the world. This is like an all-around spice that works with every meat imaginable, and I'm just gonna bring a fuck ton of this back home with me. Hello and happy Tuesday. Just sitting on the floor. In the background, I'm watching Working Moms because I missed the memo that there was 2 new seasons, season 5 and season 6. So I'm just catching up on that. It is Tuesday today. Last night I stopped working. I'm just gonna take these braids out actually because I've had them for 2 days now, and I'm gonna wash my hair today. So I'm going to enjoy the curls for a little bit before I wash the hair. Anyway, yeah, so yesterday I worked until like midnight-ish is when I sent my last chat off and went to bed. Fell asleep around 1, and then I woke up today around 10:30. So that was a pretty nice sleep, I must say. My husband also FaceTimed me yesterday because I got a Vital Apparel shipment. So I'm a little bummed I can't show you guys that set that I got, but I will of course do a little try on as soon as I get back home. Actually going to the hairdressers on Friday, which is amazing. I made this appointment like maybe 6 months ago because I knew I was going to be here, and it is so much cheaper and in my opinion a little better to do my hair here compared to in the US. So I always prefer to go here if I can,
And so on Friday I am going to the hairdresser's, just gonna do some highlights. I haven't been dyeing my hair or doing any highlights for 1.5 years, so my like root is, I don't know, like probably here somewhere, if you can see like that little line where the highlights start. My hair is pretty blonde, you know, organically, but I want it to be a little more brighter and lighter and more lively, if you will. It's snowing today again. I'm already dressed for the gym. But I'm gonna work here in a little while. And then during my lunch break, I'm gonna go to the gym and just fire off a quad session. I'm going to fire up the grill and make some ground beef. Have that for lunch and also dinner. Similar to what I did yesterday, just like making 2 meals and like a mini meal prep, if you will. Didn't show you guys my breakfast, but I had that yogurt thing that I talked about yesterday as well, with some gooseberries and banana and a sandwich. So living my best life out here.
It's like maybe 10:25 p.m. They close at 11. So I don't have a lot of time. I'm hitting quads today. Just gonna try to make it 5 exercises. Minimal rest. And just high tempo. Was able to borrow my stepdad's car today, and his car just so happens to have this lovely like camera holding ledge in his car. So what better way to welcome you guys to the Wednesday of my life than a little car vlogging. It's been quite a while since I was able to vent in a vehicle, and I love it. It was my favorite thing to do in Ohio. Just have to make sure I'm not pissing people off by driving too slow. As I mentioned, it is Wednesday, and so I'm going to grab some coffee at my grandparents' house and hug them, see you later, goodbye, because I head down to Helsinki in just 2 short days. I think 2 days, 2.5 days, something like that. And then I'm gonna work at my dad's house and stay the night, and then tomorrow morning I am driving back to Vasa
to just finish out my work week there. So that's the plan, kind of. I don't know what's going on here. Washed my hair today. And now I feel like you can better see the route that I was talking about. Like it is like down here. Down here I think it ends somewhere. So yeah. Excited about my hair appointment. I think it'll be great. So now I'm just like listening to local radio stations, which is just so cozy. Like you hear the dialects that I grew up around, and it's just so lovely and nice. I'm having a great morning so far. Hello friends, sitting here working. It is Thursday. I just got back from my dad's house. I saw my grandma and grandpa, I saw my brother, I saw my dad and my stepmom, and my stepdad as well. So just kind of got to say see you later to everyone. And it's always the same feeling. Like I'm always, like the separation anxiety that just like creeps up on me. So it's always a little bit harder those days when like the trip is coming to an end. Even though I was like so eager to go home start of this week, now it's kind of like, damn. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes when you have like your heart in two places. Today's just work, and then during my lunch break, I'm gonna go to the gym, fire off a leg session. Today is hamstrings and glutes. Tomorrow I have my hair appointment. Excited about that, so I'll show you guys the result. So here is the before hair appointment photo or video. Here I feel like you can see the root really well. So let's see what happens. Look at how beautifully light and bright this is. I'm trying to like drive at the same time. My hairstylist is going to post a reel of like a before and after. I don't think you guys understand how crazy this difference is. I did not understand how crazy this difference was until she like showed me the reel and like before and after. I legitimately went in saying like I want Elsa vibe hair, like that kind of brightness and lightness, but I also wanted to like make sure that my root will be decent when it grows out and like not have those sharp lines, you know? So I feel like she perfectly captured what I wanted. So happy. So this is where I will be traveling to every time I have to do my hair. So also, I haven't had any food today, and it's 2:45 in the afternoon. So how I told you earlier in this video how I sometimes eat more, sometimes less. This is definitely one of those less days. Well, it happens, right? On my way home, I'm like 5 minutes out. Hold on. The stick shift troubles when you have to like, yeah, on my way home, I'm gonna eat quite a lot probably, and then start working, and then I am going to pack and just get ready for my departure to Helsinki tomorrow. I don't know if I told you guys, but I booked suite or whatever, like a private little cup in the train, which I'm very excited about. So like nobody else can sit in there in that little nook, and I'm very excited about it, being a solo traveler and everything. exactly what my introverted ass needs. So this is my view. Yeah, I'm gonna close that. So I made it to Helsinki. Why is this so zoomed in? Yeah, I made it to Helsinki. I'm at the hotel now. It's like 3 p.m. in the afternoon. You know what's funny? Like, I specifically booked this hotel thinking it was closer to the airport than I was last year when I also stayed at the airport, because I remember it being a fucking pain to go that early in the morning to the flight. And I was like, now I'm gonna be like at the airport, like just boom, 1 minute away from the terminal. Nice, because that's what it looked like on the map. But it turns out I also booked this very hotel last year. So I'm at the Hilton again, and apparently it's the same one that I had last year. I mean, it's okay, it's a beautiful room. If you guys watched my vlog from last year, you'll remember this kind of room type that I had, and I loved it, so it's not too bad, honestly. And now this year I also have one less bag with me, which is huge, and there's not like mountains of snow, and the elevator is working this year. Last year it was not working, and it was really difficult to get by. Now I'm just gonna dump my bags here. I'm going to jump back on the train and go meet my friend Cherie, just like I did last year, because she still lives here in Helsinki. So we're gonna meet up at the mall, just like we did last year, and dine and do some last minute shopping and things of that nature.